the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine. From the place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome. But nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. And yes, it's the warm-up for the Carabao Cup quarter-final with Leicester City. Before I get into this, guys, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. It does help the channel up the search results. So I've got 14 watching at the moment. If you could all hit the like, that'd be absolutely fantastic, and hope you enjoy it. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so, helps the channel grow. And bell notification tells you when I've got a live show, a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. Currently sitting on 248 subscribers, so 52 from 300, and 2 away from that magical 250. So if I made that up, that would be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, guys, I mean, first of all, before I get in the show, I've just seen a report there from Ben Jacobs. We all know Ben Jacobs pretty well. The reporter. And according to Ben Jacobs, apparently we've turned down the chance to take Trossard from Brighton. Apparently because we want somebody younger in that position. Trossard's only 27, but apparently we want younger than that. If that's to be believed, I do not know. It's what Ben Jacobs is saying. Whether we believe him or not is another thing. But he also says apparently Manchester United and Liverpool have also pulled out from wanting Trossard, which could leave the door up, which Spurs are interested, and also maybe Chelsea. Well, if Chelsea are going to sign him as well, I mean, geez, come on. Chelsea are panicking here. Let's not forget the amount of players they're actually trying to bring in. Are they trying to do a Nottingham Forest in this window? Because, you know, they are just going out there panic buying. They've brought in Badia Shield. They've got Felix coming in on loan. It just seems Chelsea is a club panicking. And I'm afraid this could end up backfiring well and truly on Chelsea. And if they think getting all these players is going to get them to the top 4, I think they're a long way off from that top 4 right now at this moment in time. So, yeah. Watch this space, guys. We watch this space. So let's go in and see what the team news is, because the team news is probably out. Sorry, I got on a little bit later than I should have, but I've had a few technical difficulties. I think it's due to the weather because it's really, really windy here. And but I'm on now, and that's the main thing. Teams, because it's 8 o'clock kickoff. And yes, that all-important team news is there. So the team tonight is Nick Pope in goal, Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, Dan Burn, Bruno, Sean Longstaff, Joe Willock, Mickey Almiron, Joe Linton, and Callum Wilson. Substitutes is Darlow, Lascelles, St. Maximum, Ritchie, Isak, Manquillo, Wood, Murphy, and Anderson. Yes, guys, if you remember, Dubravka is not allowed to play in this match. He is currently cup-tied because he played for Man United in a game. So there we go. So what I'll do is I'll get that sorted out and get that on screen. But before I do that, what I'll do is I'll go into some comments first of all, and see what people are saying at the moment. Sorry, guys. Right. So let's get into some comments here because I'm way behind me comments. Trolls says, evening, Tony. Evening, Trolls. Hope you're well, mate. Luke says, evening, everyone. As well, today has dragged roll on 8 p.m. Yes, it has. It seems to have been a long day today, I tell you. So, yeah, let's hope. BF Aiken, Newcastle 2, Leicester 0, maximum to start. Yeah, he's not starting, unfortunately. He's on the bench, but I'm still seeing 2-0 to us as well. Evening all, says Leslie. Evening to you, Leslie. People talk to each other. Knight says 4-0 the 2, no worries. Well, apparently Leicester have got 8 players missing, haven't they? So I'll find out what their team news is as well. In fact, I'll have a look now and see what the Leicester team is for tonight, and hopefully what Brendan Rodgers did say, he's going to have his full strength squad out tonight, but that depends how many he's got available, because they have got some injuries apparently, haven't they, Leicester City? So we're not sure what their team is. I mean, let's hope the wannabe Cotticini's playing, because let's hope he scores a couple of own goals. So the lineup for Leicester tonight is Danny Warden goal, Timothy Castagna, Daniel Amarte, Wout Faes, Thomas, Ndidi, Tielemans, Mark Albrighton, who is the captain, Jose Perez, Harvey Barnes, and Patson Daka. So that is your 11. And on the bench is Everson, Soyuncu, Vestergaard, Mendy, Braybrook, Brunt, McAteer, Iheanacho, and Jamie Vardy. So that is the Leicester team for tonight, guys. Trolls says, same, yeah, I can't wait for Saturday off. Hope you're alright, Con. Okay. Knight says, Lord, trust me, I wouldn't would I unwillingly lie to you? No, absolutely not, mate. Chris says, a good win tonight will lift the mood and tally. Yep, nice to see you tonight, Chris. Not seen you for a little while, mate. I like coffee. Hi, Tony and all. Hi, I like coffee. Hope you're very well indeed. Leslie says, I felt strangely unbothered about Saturday, but very edgy about tonight in Fulham. Yeah, I mean, Saturday, it was just one of those. We just played a weekend team, and it just shows you we haven't got that weekend team to play. But you know what? Let's take the positives out of this. Let's get a win. Let's get back. Bounce back ability tonight. Let's get the win tonight. That's the main thing. Get the win. And then we go into Sunday's match against Fulham. And by the way, Fulham play on Thursday night in a Premier League rearranged game. So we've got an extra 48 hours rest over Fulham. Ali Coffee, I hope we don't get penalties. Well, if we get penalties, we should be all right, because I'm sure the super penalty taker will come on, Chris Wood. Knight says, same. I don't mind losing Saturday. That would be worth the loss if we get through tonight. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Totally agree. Nell says, Tony boy, thank you very much, Nell. Ali Coffee, don't trust our players with penalties. We've not done too bad on penalties. Yeah, okay, Bruno and Botman didn't really score, but we're not sure. But Wood can score. Imagine if Wood misses a decisive penalty. Don't even go there, either, Coffee. Please do not go there. We do not want that. We do not want that to happen. Please, let's hope we don't go to penalties. We get the job done. Leslie says, I agree. Ori Trossard, something not right there for us anyway. Yeah, something's not right there. But then again, Chelsea will buy him. Chelsea is buying anybody that you're linked with, aren't they? We were linked to Joel Felix and taking him now on loan. But it's only a loan till the summer, and then he's got to go back to Atletico. There's no buy-in in this, so I really don't get it. I don't know what Todd Bowley's doing down there, but to me, he just seems like he's a manager, owner of a club that hasn't got a bloody clue. And he just seems to be thinking he's like the Forest owner. He's playing FIFA. Gary says, good evening, Tony. Good evening, Gary. Hope you're well, mate. Troll says, I wasn't bothered going at the FA Cup. Just we lose to a League One team. That's why I haven't shaken off Saturday's performance. Yeah, I mean, again, it's second row. You know, lightning struck twice. We got beat off a League One team, you know, with the same referee as well. But do you know what? this competition we're playing tonight is the one we want to try and win. So if we win tonight, then get the two-legged semi-final. Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if Charlton beat Man United tonight. It really wouldn't. So, just because Man U are playing Charlton, all the Man U fans will probably think, oh yeah, this is an easy game. This is a walkover. Might not be a walkover. It might be one of them. Man U are 1-1 and Charlton just happen to have the ball hit their backside in the last minute and goes in and they win the game 2-1. So, it could happen. Could we see a shock? Probably not. But, we all live in hope of that one. But if we do get through, ideally, I would like to see a Manchester derby on the other side of the semi-final draw. That's providing City beats Southampton, which I think they should do with no problem whatsoever. And then we get either Forest or Wolves, and I think that would be an absolutely cracking draw. Knights, I don't care about Chelsea. I just want Everton to get relegated. Do you know what? I can't see them staying up, if I'm all honesty, Everton. And I just, like I say, I hope Moshri, the Everton owners, watching my show, my channel, because I want him to keep Frank Lampard for the rest of the season, because I think Frank Lampard is doing a brilliant job for you. So please keep Lampard. Keep him there, because you're the club that keeps on giving, Everton. I like Coffee Todd Bowley copying other people's homework. Yeah, absolutely. Too right he is. Julie's in the house. Hi, everyone. Hi, Julie. I hope you're well. Hope you're looking forward to the game tonight. Jeff says, I'm really concerned about our lack of goals in recent games. Yeah, we haven't been firing a lot in recent games, but we did score 3 against Leicester, didn't we? And we did get 1 on Saturday, but yeah, I'm sure we'll get back to winning ways. Depends how the game goes tonight. Gary says, hope we don't see Chris Wood coming on tonight. Hopefully not. I think it'll be Isak ahead of Wood anyway. I think there's still talk that people are wanting Chris Wood. If Leeds want him on loan, send him to Leeds as long as we get somebody else in his place. Alan says, evening Tony, really windy here as well. Wind is shaking. Hope it doesn't affect the game. Hope for a comfortable win, please. Please, no penalties. Yeah, it's absolutely windy here. It was all right when I got home from work and everything, but now it's just picked up all of a sudden. No Perez reunion. Yes, he's playing tonight. He's in the first starting 11 for them. Trolls. We was at our best when Big Joe played with Bruno and Willock, with his Big Joe not playing as centre midfield. Yeah, I mean, this would have probably been an ideal game, but then again, St. Maximum's been ill, and we don't know what his illness was. This is the thing. And I'm still seeing this rubbish going around that he's had a falling out. Now that there's things going around that he's had a falling out with Eddie, and they've kissed and made up. And Eddie said it wasn't illness. Now, if Eddie Howe's going to say it's an illness, it's an illness. And I can see some people are saying, "Oh well," somebody like messaged me and said, "Oh well, see the bigger picture. You knew he was out with it. How can he be ill if he's in the gym on Sunday morning?" Well, I'll tell you how he could be back in that gym Sunday morning. The simple reason being, you could have a sickness bug. I've had one before, and I'm sure a lot of you in the chat have probably had them before. There's them like 24-hour sickness bugs where you feel sick, and you're being sick for a day, but you wake up the next morning and you feel absolutely on top of the world, and you think, well, hang on, why was I ill yesterday? But today, I don't feel any worse than I was yesterday. I feel a hell of a lot better. So there's things like that, 24-hour bugs, and that's what it could have been. And he could have just got up Sunday morning, thought he felt right as rain, and thought, right, I'll go training. That's the problem. Too many people are trying to cook up a story to saying that there's been a fallout, when clearly, has there been a fallout? When Eddie Howe says he was ill, I would rather believe Eddie Howe, if I'm honest, because I think if Eddie Howe had any sort of disciplinary here, anything disciplinary with Alan St. Maxim, I think it would have been said. If it wasn't said before the game, it would have been said in post-match. So, yeah. I think there's too many conspiracies around it, and I just think, it's time to move on from that. If Eddie says he's ill, just take it he's ill, and that is it. Book closed as far as I'm concerned. Nail finger out Newcastle. Absolutely nail too, right. Good strong bench, says Alan. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we need, mate, a strong bench. Hello, Tony and the lads. Hi, Wayne. I hope you're well, mate. Troll says, was Isak on the bench? Yes, he is. Yes, he's definitely on the bench, mate. I don't even want to say that word on the pitch tonight, says Paul. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll get the job done and he doesn't have to come on. Not for me. Don't want to lose the home record to Fulham. No, absolutely not. No, definitely not. Leslie says, Eddie talking, bigging up the crowd, saying special night. Absolutely. Well, it is a special night. I mean, the last time we were in the quarterfinals was a couple of years ago. We were away to Brentford at their new community stadium. And under Cabbage Head, we got beat 2-0 because he just didn't bother, did he? Ali Coffee, Liverpool need a midfielder. They need a few midfielders, not just one. Troll says, thank God Wood was... thank God thought Wood was coming on second half. No, let's hope not. Julie says, Brighton turned down bid for Trossard from Tottenham, saying he's not for sale. Yeah, but he's out of contract in the summer, isn't he? Knight says he's buying decent players on Football Manager, trying to put a team together, though I wonder how many of these signs are by Potter or the owner. That's the thing, you know. And how long's Potter going to be there for? Because there is a rumour going around that Todd Bowley's been in Spain trying to talk to get another manager in from Spain. Well, I'm not being funny. You got to get rid of Potter first before you get another manager. Todd Bowley buying other clubs' transfer targets to disrupt them, lol. Similar to what Barcelona did to Chelsea, maybe, but it's all right. It's all right having the signings in, but these players have got to gel, and that is the problem. How are they going to all gel together? I don't think so. Rowley says, evening, Tony. Good side selected. Good to see Isak and Maxi on the bench. Absolutely. It strengthens the bench, and it's absolutely brilliant, Rowley. Jason Selleck. Hi, Jason. Hope you're well, mate. He says, think it'll be a tough game. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a tough game down at the King Power. I said a 2-1 win to us, and we went down there and won 3-0. So, yeah. Pablo says, evening, Tony. I hope we get the win tonight. We are so close to the final now. I'm thinking we are out the FA Cup. That's less games to worry about. Yeah, absolutely, Pablo. That's another thing. We haven't got to worry about FA Cup games, and we can concentrate solely on this and the Premier League. Alan says, I said to you the other day, not strong enough for 3 competitions. You were, Alan, you were absolutely right, mate. We are not strong enough for 3 competitions. And that's what we've just seen. Paul, what's the lineup? I'll get that up for you, Paul, if you bear with me, mate. We'll get the lineup on. Just bear with me. When it comes up. Just bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to get this lineup. It should be on the screen round about now. There we go. So there's the lineup for you. While you have a look at that, while I just continue through the comments just to catch myself up a bit. Leslie says, Eddie crediting the team for an excellent stats. Love this bloke. Yeah, absolutely. Eddie Howe is a top manager. And, for people to slate them and go on about this maximum business, it's just ridiculous. Gary says, send Chris Wood to Everton. Yeah. Can't do any worse for them, can he? Well, he could, but yeah. But no, there again, if we send them, that might just strengthen Everton and they might steal. We want Everton to drop. I like Coffee ESM. Isak Wood on the bench. Yeah, absolutely. How are the lads? Better players on the bench again. Absolutely. No quality on the left. Need ESM. Says how are the lads? Could do with ESM. I mean, we've got Joe Linton on the left, but yeah, I think if St. Maximin didn't have his illness, I think he would have probably started that game, and maybe Southgate Longstaff would have been dropped out of that team. Why did I say Southgate? Jeez, I'm doing this. I'm having a John Sinclair moment there. Truss says, if Wood comes on for Wilson, I'm doubting how. No, don't doubt how, please. Don't doubt how. Rumours are about to fall out. Rumours on that about a fallout came from on YouTube. Not good. No, absolutely not. I mean, that's a thing. When people spread rumours, then not only that, they get blown up and then blown out of proportion. And I mean, I think I heard St. Maxim got bombarded with messages as well asking about the bust up and all this. And I'm like, do you know what? Please just stop this, please. Because at the end of the day, this is why we don't want to drive players out the club, but please just don't do stuff like that. It's really not great, is it? Away the lads says, Frig Liverpool, we need midfielders some. Yeah, absolutely. Gary says, has anyhow done a press conference for this game? I looked and couldn't find. I've not seen one either, Gary. That's the strange thing. Yeah, I've not seen anything, so I don't know. Troll says, don't get why they spread rumours when there's no confirmation. It baffles me. Yeah, absolutely. Leslie says, they said it was done post-match Saturday because the turnover was so quick. Right, okay, Leslie, thank you for that. I like coffee, they want the clickbait and views. Yeah, they want the likes, they want the subscribes, and, I've always said, and I'll continue to say it as well. I'll just take that off a moment. Well, as I say, I'll continue to say it. I keep things real. I talk facts, not fiction. If we're linked to a player, I'll say it's a link, it's a rumour. It doesn't mean we've signed the player, but I'll just say it's a link, it's a rumour, and we'll have a look at that player, we'll have a look at the stats of that player, and that's what we'll do. But I wouldn't go out my way to say, we signed this player's coming in, or that player, because that's one thing I wouldn't do. I do not mislead fans. I would not mislead anybody up the garden path. So, as I say, I talk facts, not fiction. And there's quite a few of us who talk facts, not fiction as well. Likes of the Toon Review, likes of John Sinclair. We all keep it real. And Pete Proudlock as well. We all keep it real. Check the official website. Okay. Paul says, this team should get through tonight. It's a shame, though, as Joe Linton looks much better in the middle. Yes, he does, absolutely. But I think if it wasn't for St. Maximum having his illness, then he possibly would have put him in the middle. How are the lads? Maxi will leave. Good luck to him. Far too good to sit watching Willock, Lewis, etc. get in front of him. Yeah, I think, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Send Wood to Timberland. Yeah, Timberland, yeah. It's where they make boots, isn't it? And jackets and all that, isn't it, Timberland? Chelsea is two quality players on the bench. Can't count Wood as such. No, absolutely not. Knight says, remember when the gossip was on 302 and that's how we got our news? Absolutely, yeah. We did. That's how we got our news, and that was on teletext. And Alan says, yeah, I think the team should win tonight against their strongest team. Never mind this one with players missing. Also, have an important game at the weekend and stay at the bottom three. Absolutely. How are the lads? Pope trips share Botman. Yep, that's the team. But not Isak. Troll says it may not make the players think twice come here when we slag off a player who hasn't had the opportunity to play a full game. Well said, Trolls, well said. I'll get you in a minute, John. Sorry, I'm just catching up on comments.
No, Sammy.
Coffee says, anyone leaking inside news about Newcastle should verify their sources. Their sources could make things up and break it to one broadcasting the news. Yeah, absolutely. Trolls, hi, John. Hi, John says, I like coffee.
Big up.
Paul says, Willock baffles me. Looks like he's running in slow motion, but at the same time, he's flying up the field. Yeah, he is. He's absolutely brilliant, isn't he? Knight says, evening, Jonathan. And
big up, Nighty. Big up, Wadey.
And Wayne says, hello, John, as well. Hi, John, anyway. So Dominic. The team news is out, John. Isak's on the bench.
Yeah.
Maxi's on the bench.
Yeah.
A few people are just talking about Maxi. I mean, saying about the Eddie Howe thing, why is it being made up by a channel or channels? I mean, to be honest, John, and just before you came on there, I says, I like to talk facts, not fiction. I says,
Yeah.
we like to keep it real. I says, not just me. I says, but yourself, Toon Review, Pete Proudluck, we all keep it real. We don't tell fiction, we tell facts as they are. Give me your take on, John, on this saga with Alan St. Maxim when it was broke on Saturday. I mean, by, we don't know if it's one channel or various channels.
Thanks, I was on Tour to even chat as well. Thing is, right, I mean, I said this many a time, yeah. If someone's got a hot man at a club, the club will tell you, Eddie Howe is our manager, right? And if you also talk about ASM situation, it should come from him. I think, personally, I think he should come out and just nip it in the bud because, or put it in the bed because people's just going to ask questions after questions. There's going to be rumors after rumors on social media. Right? And I think Eddie's getting sick of it. We're getting sick of it. Paul's getting sick of it. Pete's getting sick of it, right? And I'm sure the chat's getting sick of it as well. All these IDKs, right, just make up shite, okay? I'm not going to mention names who they are, yeah? They just make up shite. They just want to get hits. They just want to get likes. Do you know what I mean? And some of them come side with bullshit. Excuse me, French Tony, right? But the one thing I would say, Alan St. Maximin was ill. That's what Eddie Howe said, correct? Am I correct?
That's what he said.
That's what he said. Well, you got to listen to Eddie. He's an honest manager. He ain't going to jazz it up. He's a straight, honest manager. Real talk, yeah? And let me tell you something, right? I mean, I want to know who these sources are, who's making up these ludicrous stories, right? I mean, ASM, was that Tottenham Hotspur? Really? I mean, yeah, we come out and said that as well. Yeah, we come out and said that, yeah? But one thing I'm going to say, right? Back off ASM, leave him alone, right? If he's ill, yeah? And I'm sure Eddie wouldn't make up stories at all whatsoever, unless he's been told to, do you know what I mean? So I doubt he will. But Eddie Howe will pick ASM when he is ready and when he sees fit. Yeah, we all would love to see Alan come back. I want to see Alan come back. But the bottom line is, right, Eddie Howe don't think he's ready yet. And he only picks a team that's going to win games. Yeah? Yes, it did miss ASM. It could have made a difference. That's the bottom line. But the question I'd like to ask you, Tony, as well, is does Eddie Howe fancy his ASM now? And I'm getting a lot of people come up to us and say that he could be done in Newcastle. We don't know that. I don't know that. No one don't know this, right? I don't want to see anyone make up stories or making up shite because at the end of the day, people are sick of it now, right? And I think our fan base, some of our fan base, right, I'm not going to mention names, right? Some of our fan base, right, are just absolutely ludicrous. Look at Arsenal, right? Top Gunnar Suite. Listen to Lee Gunner's channel, right? He speaks the truth. He speaks facts, yeah? For me, that's why he's one of my favorite podcasters in the world, right? And I've got a few. But I've seen Paul's messages, post a thank you message for the support. So hopefully that outweighed them Muppets. Well said, Paul. Well said, Alan, right? No one knows, right? And tell us anything, and they don't tell us much. I think we should carry on, right? We carry on, just enjoy the football, lay off Alan, right? And if there's any news, I'm sure Eddie will come out and say it. But I do like to see a journalist ask Eddie the question, what's going on between him and ASM? And if Eddie wants to give us the answer, cool. If he doesn't give us the answer, that's fine, yeah? But just don't make up shite on social media. Otherwise, you're going to have egg on your face at the end of the day. But other social media people, do you know what I mean? And I'm coming that close, Tony, that close of naming and shaming. And I tell you what, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to.
I mean, John, I had somebody get in touch with me and said, somebody saying that my video I put out was wrong and I was totally wrong about slating people, saying that, and I wasn't slating people, by the way. All I said was I just put out there that you know, obviously I talk facts, not fiction, because at the end of the day, I felt like coming out and defending myself, even though I've done nothing wrong, and you know, but because when you've got people watching your channels, you know, they're not just coming on willy-nilly just to watch you. They're coming on because they enjoy the value, they enjoy the entertainment, they enjoy what you put on for them. They enjoy the content at the end of the day.
Correct.
And I want to give the best content I can to my viewers at the end of the day, because my viewers are important to me. Without viewers, I have no channel. Simple as.
Exactly.
And each and every viewer that comes on my channel, I appreciate it. Whether they've subscribed or they haven't subscribed, or people have come across it for the first time, you know, it's great, because that's what you've got. You've got to put on entertainment for them.
Yeah.
But you've got to keep it true, and you've got to keep it real. And that's what you've got to do. And that's why I like to keep things real. I don't like I wouldn't want to put something out there that was false. If I ever did, I would be absolutely mortified with myself, and I would have to come out and apologise, but I wouldn't do that. But there's been reports that apparently ESM's had a lot of messages sent to him asking about the bust up. Now, somebody did put a comment on somewhere saying, if people are sending messages to ESM, this is going to drive him out of Newcastle, because he's going to think, I don't want to be part of this goldfish bowl. Remember Jermaine Janus all that time ago when he says, I want to leave because it's a goldfish bowl?
Did they adore me?
Now,
Ali Goma.
Now, another thing I saw on Twitter yesterday, and I was absolutely disgusted at it, by the way, John. Yeah. Now, Jamie Rubin was tagged in a tweet, right? And by some Newcastle, I can't remember what it was now. I should have bookmarked it, really. But anyway, he says, I've gone off Jamie Rubin now because he's a Tory supporter. And I thought, sorry, mate, hang on. If Jamie Rubin votes for the Conservative Party, that's his choice. If Amanda Staveley voted for the Liberal Democrats, that's her choice. If Mia Dad voted for the Labour Party, that's his choice. It doesn't matter. If you vote for the Tories or vote for the Labour, that's your choice at the end of the day. It's got nothing to do with anybody else who you vote for. And that should not come into question. And for that guy to put that on and tag Jamie Rubin in it and say, oh, by the way, and circle his name and saying, oh, there you go. I don't like you because you're a supporter of the Tories. Well, that's an absolute disgrace. And it's disgusting, John. And this is just getting out of hand now.
I'll tell you what is Tony. I may be controversial on this side, but some of our fan base, man, are an absolute joke, man. I mean, it's either they write something about a Brin, right, thinking about it, right, or they just want to wind them up, yeah. That guy, I mean, Jamie Rubin, I don't care who he votes, right? If he wants to do something, it's freedom of speech. He can do what he wants, yeah. But as long as Jamie Rubin does fantastic for Newcastle United, that's what I care about, and I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's here. Amanda's here. Mehmed is there. Dan Ashworth's there. Do you know what? They've done fantastic for Newcastle United for that Muppet. I'm going to call him Muppet. He did that.
That's what he is.
He should be hanging himself to shame. And I'll tell you what it is, right? Whoever did that, I suggest him take that message down real quick. But then again, even if he did that, it'd get highlighted anyway. They probably screenshot that. And I'll tell you what.
It's been retweeted everywhere, John, I think.
Well, I tell you what, he's not going to win any. He's not going to win any prizes then for that, because for me, he's a cock of the week or cock of the year, in my opinion. That's what you call it, Tony. But look, at the end of the day, exactly. But I just hope our fan base, right, start get real, right. Leave the people alone. They're doing fantastic for the club. Leave Alan as well alone, because I tell you what, if you force him out of the club, then you need to answer some questions. Why are you doing this? Because I mean, if I was ASM and I get treated like that, and I get bullied, etc. Let's be real. I'll probably go on. I mean, Jermaine Genius, he said, because of the goldfish ball. Alain Goma, did he adore me? Brought it out because they couldn't handle it as well. Rude Hullet as well. He even said the same thing as well. He couldn't handle it in Newcastle United. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle is a fantastic city. It's got everything in Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? It does have to be London. But at the end of the day, it's got lovely Northumberland course there. It's got South Shields, Collarcourts, Tynemouth, yeah? Lovely places. Rothbury, yeah? Hexham, you know? Places like that. You know, Corbridge. I've been to Corbridge with the last couple of weeks ago. We absolutely loved it. But Tony, you're right. I mean, it's about time our fan base start tagging people like Jamie, Amanda, and Mehmed in, please, because at the end of the day, I think they'll probably get fed up if it carries on. Because I tell you what, it's going to come to a point, Tony, if they get on their nerves, and I hope it doesn't happen, they can walk away. And if that happens, and if it did that, should hang their heads to shame. I'm telling you. So back off them, let them do their jobs, right? And then we're going to have a fantastic, brighter future. Because at the minute, some people, right, are just being absolute muppets. Real talk.
Yeah. Right, guys, I've got some breaking news for you. There we go. Breaking news. There we go. Well, if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Check out the Daily Mail, because Steve Bruce has got a lovely exclusive in there, apparently. And this is going to make everybody's night, and everybody's going to have a good laugh about Steve Bruce, because this is absolutely, I mean, this is comical from Steve Bruce, to be fair. I mean, the guy is just, I just don't know what to say about the guy. I think the guy should just shut up. He's embarrassing. He really is. So anyway, I'll read out what he says, Steve Bruce, right? He's been on apparently on a podcast. So he reflecting on the impact of how the owners. He says the new owners were terrific with me, I have to say, said Steve Bruce. He says they did say, how can we help you? And I said, look, I think my time is up here, because the only negative thing that's left now is myself. He says, and would you believe they asked me of my opinion who could take over my job from me? So I recommended Eddie Howe to the owners and said that he's a very, very good young manager. And pleased to say that he got the job, and I'm delighted they're doing well. He says, so I take credit for Eddie Howe getting the job at Newcastle. And I take credit because I walked away from the job because I told the owners I think I'm done here now. So, I mean, John, is that guy totally and utterly deluded? Because for starters, PIF wanted Eddie Howe as manager, and Amanda and Jamie Rubin wanted Unai Emery. I mean, for God's sake, Steve Bruce, shut the F up, please, and go away, go into retirement, and just go and play golf, go and watch cricket, go and do whatever you want. But please, shut the hell up about Newcastle. It's got nothing to do with you. You are a shit manager when you were here. The fans hated you. The fans didn't like you. The end of the day, and you got sacked. You didn't walk away, because if you had any dignity, you would have walked away. But you wanted sacking to get your compensation claim, and not only that, you didn't recommend Eddie Howe. So I don't believe him on them fronts. I mean, John, give me your thoughts before I nip into the comments, because I think the comments are going to be hot on this.
I tell you what, mate. For him to come out and this is my point. Sorry, Tony. This is my point, right? And I think a lot of people's going to agree with us. This comment and this interview he did as bad timing. Bad timing. While we're fighting for the top four, fighting for a possible title, and he comes here and he rattled the ship. For him to come out and say that, Tony, it's bad timing. Bad timing. That should never took place until after the season. You could have done it in the summer. You could have done that at the end of the season, but to come on and do that in January is a disgrace. Steve Bruce is a lion. See you next Tuesday. John. See you next Tuesday. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? And that's number one. Number two, he didn't recommend Eddie Howe. PIF did. Not Steve Bruce. I don't know where you got that from, right? He is a lion, two-faced gets. And I'll tell you something now, right? And I'm going to be real, right? He should be anywhere nowhere at a football club. He should be anywhere nowhere near football. His time is done, yeah? His time is done. He's finished, yeah? The only comments, it's done that just to wind Newcastle fans up. And I'll tell you what, right? It's people like him, right? I don't want to pay attention to, because we've got bigger and better things than Steve Bruce. Let's be real, yeah? I just think it's bad timing for him to do that. Well, we're fighting on top four. for possible title, possible Carabao Cup trophy. He does that. He goes and does that. Bad timing. I'm sorry, but
Do you know what it? Do you know what it is, though, John? When I saw the article, and I thought I'll have to open it just to see what crap's coming out of his mouth now. And I just thought, you know what? I just had a good laugh at it, and I just thought, mate, you're just delusional. You're deluded, because if you believe your own crap, then there's something seriously wrong. I'll just go into some comments, John, because I've got quite a few flying in now, and they're probably going to be.
Go for it, man.
Gareth says, "Good evening, both. Hope you're both well. Yeah, fine, mate. Hope you're well as well." Wayne says, "Maxi and Eddie, no bust up there, like just shy." Absolutely, Wayne. Too right it is. Troll says, "Howard said it was ill. What more does he need to say?" Absolutely. Ali Coffee ESM would hear these rumours and be very disappointed. Also makes it hard for the player and manager to sort out any problems, if there are any. Maybe that's why he put his picture out of him watching the TV with a match on. Leslie says, "How Sky have changed. Just showed a condensed history of NUFC. Dan Ashworth talking now. Brilliant. Excellent." Paul says, ESM post a thank you message to the support, so hopefully that's outweighed the Muppets. Absolutely. Hope so. Paul says, Trolls. Matt from Australia. Evening, Tony and John and chatters. Evening, Matt. Hope you're good down under, and I hope you're ready for the match. Gary says, "I don't subscribe or give them likes to fake channels, lads." Nice one, Gary. Tune Revival. John, you know who it is. It's who started this story, and you just can't see it, but I don't believe anyone, because scouts don't sign players. Ashworth does. He controls all transfers. Absolutely.
You know what it is, right? I'm not going to mention the names on my channel, your channel, Paul's channel, or Pete's channel. I'm not like that. Yeah, I'm not like that. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to give people's channels a bad name.
No.
And it stays like that.
Absolutely. Trolls, would ASM be on the bench if Howe and him had a fallout? Absolutely. Would he have been? No. Because if there was a fallout, would he have been on the bench tonight? Possibly not. And then people would have then started putting two and two together. Leslie says, Ashworth saying they know their business for the summer, but if the right player comes along, they will act. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Paul, it's in the past now. We shouldn't just knock it on. We should just knock it on the head and move on. What will be, lads. Absolutely, Paul, 100%. So are we are not buying this window then, Les? Your content is amazing, Tony. Thanks, Joe. Thank you very much. Didn't see that, Trolls. Just sidestep, but did mention focus on young players, so I still think they'll bring at least 2 or possibly 4. Yeah. Trolls says, Tony, that person is most likely Walker, I guess. Yeah. Hope so, says Trolls to Les. Paul says, if people are that self-righteous, they measure a person by what party they support, man. Get a grip, proper loser mentality. Absolutely.
Thank you, Paul.
It's just disgusting. Like I say, at the end of the day, it doesn't go down to who you support in the votes. I mean, it shouldn't matter. Yes, okay, Jamie Rubin, his dad and his uncle, that they give money to the Conservative Party. So what? Who cares? At the end of the day, it doesn't make them a different person just because they're donating to the Tory Party. So, you know. Julie says, probably the same woke snowflakes attacking fans for laughing at Steve Bruce.
Hi,
yeah,
Julie,
probably,
by the way.
Yeah.
I've got to say hi to you.
Alan says, yes, Tony, we all love talking about the tune. No good if it causes problems. Both your channels and TTR and NUFC Matters do a good service for fans. Lovely, Gavin. Thank you very much. Thank you. Charles says, indeed, Julie. Leslie says, me too. Sooner we get something else to talk about, the better. Absolutely. We're not disclosing our transfer business to anyone because Todd Bowley's watching. Yeah, he probably watches my channel as well.
You know what it is, Tony, right? You know what it is, right? I know you're going to go through some more comments here, but they're getting João Felix, right, for a 12 million loan deal, right? And I tell you something, right? I just hope Chelsea explode. I hope they fail this week because they're just so desperate. They want to get anyone that moves, right? They try to get our targets as well, okay? And I just hope it falls flat on their face. The biggest problem is, right, is the defence and the midfield. It's not a front. The midfield is weak. The defence is weak. And I'm sorry, but I hope that they fell miserably. If I was Marcus Thuram, do not join Chelsea.
Well, according to Ben Jacobs, John, we've passed the chance on signing up Trossard because we want somebody younger in that position. That's what Ben Jacobs is reporting, and also Liverpool and Man U have pulled out of it as well. But apparently Spurs are in the running, and also Chelsea may join the running for Trossard as well.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting because he is a decent player, but at the end of the day, I mean, De Zerbi doesn't like his attitude, apparently. So he gave him a warning as well. So, hey, it's a shame because he's a cracking player.
He is, John. He's an absolute cracking player.
Him.
But June Revival, Rudd Hullett was a dickhead, so he thought he was better than the club. Yes, he did, absolutely. Leslie says, need to listen to Warren Barton talking about how players love the region. Said so-called pundits were talking on their backsides because they've never been in tune more than an hour. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Davey says, evening all, I'm sorry I'm late. Hey, don't be sorry, Davey. You're here now, mate, and that's the main thing. Hope you're well. Knight says, it's a Newcastle effect. We just get under everyone's skins. Absolutely, and it's great. You know what? I love it.
Exactly.
Says,
and you know what? This is beautiful. This is beautiful, Tone. This is absolutely lit. Let's hope that we turn Spurs over, home, Chelsea away. Let's turn these over, and we've got a great chance. And the rest.
Davey siding with you, John. Bruce is a lie, and see you next Tuesday.
He is.
Leslie says, your turn, Davey. Exactly. Oliver. Hi, Oliver. Hope you're well, mate. He says, cabbage head full of crap. Absolutely. And he's a joke. Yes, he is. Was he a joke or is he just mentally unstable? I don't know what's up with him. Tune Revival. Sorry, John. Piff on us. So if they ain't going anywhere, rich people don't care about idiot fans. Give it a rest. Concentrate on football fans or the fans that won't stop trolls.
Can I just stop you there?
Yeah,
second,
of course you can,
right?
John.
I'll just stop you there a second, right? I know the owners, right? They're going to be there for a long, long time, yeah? Okay. And that's why they bought the club for a reason. They're here for a long term, yeah? So I never once said, right, get them out. Not once. Go through the videos and have a look at any time that I want them out. Absolutely rubbish, yeah? And after the comments as well, right? At the end of the day, right, we have an opinions, yeah? We love these owners, right? And tell us to give it a rest. You tell us to give us a rest and concentrate on football, really? Oh, man, some people, man. Some people. We are concentrating on football. We got a win tonight against Leicester, yeah? Let's concentrate on that tonight, and let's hope we get through to the next round.
Yeah,
sorry,
absolutely.
Tony.
No, that's fine, John. No, have you say no, that's fine. Davey says he's a narcissist. Steve Bruce. Wayne says, I heard that, Tony, as well from Cabbage Heat. Yeah. Leslie, LA Coffee says, I had phone parked in the service station on the M1 waiting to see if we had permission, if I could scramble the funds to make it happen, but I wouldn't get the money together, and he went to West Ham. No.
Oh, bless him.
That was Steve Bruce, wasn't it? Knights, I don't understand why people pay him attention. He's the past, just leave him there. It's how you deal with any troll. Just ignore them. The fact we're talking about him means he's got what he wanted. Yeah, true, suppose, but Steve Bruce to the Chronicle. No, it was a Daily Mail. Tune Revivals, I think it finds the other way around. Amanda wanted Eddie Howe. Piff wanted Emery.
We got the right one in the end, though. We got the right
one. Whichever way it is, it doesn't matter, does it? We got them anyway.
Best young
I'm glad we didn't get Emery, that's for sure now.
And also,
how are the lads?
Where's Frank Lampard? Bottom three. He could be out. Stevie G. Out of a job. Eddie Howe? The rest is history, people.
How are the lads? Says Bruce has applied for the Belgium job because he thought it was a chocolate shop. Belgian chocolates. I mean, yeah, that's a strange one. Martinez has gone to Portugal. Gary says, I wonder how much the Daily Mail paid him for the interview. It was on a podcast he done it, so they took but he would have got something from it, I reckon. Yeah. Quite right, John says. Davey. Tune Revivals, I figured out we weren't signing anyone this winter, or we would have had one in by now. Honestly, I don't see us because bedding in processing the summer budget. There's still time in the window to sign somebody. We've got the 31st. But remember, Bruno came late in the window in January, and he got bedded in, and we were in the bottom three at the time. So it's not impossible to bring somebody in towards the end of the window and still have them firing for the team. So Knight says, I have Tory friends are all wankers of mine, but still mates. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, exactly. I don't like politicians that much as I like coffee.
They're all the same.
Chelsea will buy Mbappe next.
I think they will.
John Paul, by bringing up these stories, you're giving them your airtime. Don't bother. You're just making them stand out. Trolls will always be there if you ignore them. Yeah, I suppose true enough what you're saying. Yeah, it's
true.
better to not give them the. I like coffee says defense is weak. I thought Koulibaly. I thought they had Koulibaly, John.
Wow.
Leslie says, is it right tonight there's no VAR? I'm not sure, Leslie. I know there hasn't been in the rounds. I don't know if it's just when it gets to semi-finals that you have VAR in the final, but I'm not sure. Have to check that one. Davey says, best not discuss politics as we are all different. I'd Gallagher shots appear to be socialist. It's Newcastle. We're a mixed city. Yeah, absolutely, Davey. Very well said, mate. I'm just going to see if there's any on that, because it's a strange one if there's no V. I'd be surprised if there's no VR, but then again, because there is only actually one AFL team. But referee tonight, guys, is Darren England. He's the referee tonight. He's 38-year-old, 15 games, 55 yellow cards and 2 red cards in 15 games, guys, this season. So, and his assistants are Dan Cook and Daniel Robathan. And the fourth official is Robert Jones, and there is no VAR in operation.
No
VAR.
I've got to come on to that.
No VAR tonight. However, the lads, doesn't matter what party they're all shits for ref. But if you vote counter for anything, they wouldn't let you do it. Absolutely. You want to answer that one, John? It's for you. I don't know. Or do you just want to leave it?
All I'm saying is, like, that, don't know what to say, man. Don't know what to say, but I respect his opinion. And look, at the end of the day, it's what it is. But if I don't feel comfortable, if they're trying, I'll mention it. But at the same time, I don't want to mention names on there. That's it.
Paul says Faz might score some own goals tonight. Yeah, they want to be Colaccini. The difference between all those English managers is Eddie had been a manager, started in League Two and worked his way up. Yeah, very true indeed, very true. That's the thing. Eddie started from the lower leagues, where some of these English managers have started from Championship or Premier League level. Eddie started from the bottom of the pyramid. Julie says, anything helps, so Faz, very welcome to put the ball in our net. Well, we don't want it in our net, we want it in their net. Their net, Julie, not our net, their net.
Exactly.
See us in a bit, Tony, John, going to get the match on. Yeah, no worries, Wayne. We're going to be wrapping up in a moment as well. No VAR just for the semis. Foxy, how you both? Doing well. Vamos the tune. Let's get off to a strong start. Yes, Foxy, let's get off to a strong start. Tonight, it's all about bounce back ability. After what we did at the weekend, it's time to have bounce back ability back and get out there and just put on a great performance, win the game, go through. And remember, as I say, we've got 48 hours extra rest time over Fulham because they play on Thursday in a rearranged Premier League game. So they've got to play Thursday, Sunday. Davies FA Cup is not far. Tune says, any problem this window is we need a winger and a CDM, but we may not get one or the other if we just get a young right back. Recruitment is weird. They're just going to go for the player that comes and the player that's right for the club. You know, I mean, CDM could still come in, and I mean, the last couple of days, and it is weird, but But this lad's had a mention the last couple of days, Musa Diaby. Now that talk's coming back again. Again, whether it's true or not, I don't know. If it got done, yes, be very happy. But we just wait and see. Again, it's all rumours. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's all
Nobody
media
knows.
talk. All media talk at the end of the day. Alan says, heard them saying today, no VAR, yeah. Shouldn't be VAR in any cup until the neutral ground, as lower league sides don't have it. Yeah, that's only fair, isn't it, really? What's the score tonight? I predict 3-1. I say 2-0. What do you say, John?
3-1.
3-1. Foxy says centre defence midfielder is vital, to be fair. Obviously, I'd like a couple of cents, but if we can get Danilo or Varela, I'd be delighted. I'd be delighted with Varela as well. There is talk
Go.
There's talk of that being a £16 million bid will be accepted. That's what they're saying anyway. This is according to media reports, nothing that we know. We are not in the nose here, by the way. We don't know. But according to media reports, a £16 million bid will be enough to tempt him, to tempt Boca Juniors. But there'll be one stipulation in the deal that he stays there for the rest of the season on loan. Which, if that's the case, I don't mind waiting till the summer if we don't get him till then. What were you going to say, John?
Yeah, Danilo apparently could be off to Nottingham Forest. If he's from Palmeiras, then he could be off to Nottingham Forest. But I also wanted him as well. A couple of months ago, that died doing. So I think Danilo could be off to Forest, according to Tim Bickery.
Yeah. Tune says, no, John, you never said they would leave, but you did with the trolls on their backs 20 minutes ago. I'm pointing out that piff one. I think what he's trying to say, John, is I think he's got his someone. What he's trying to say to you is, it was when you said if these trolls keep on going, this could make the owners leave. That's where he's picking it up from.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is as well that some fans go on the owners' backs off, and not just us, but anywhere in the club and force them out. What I don't want, I rephrase that. I don't want our owners to go because of the way the trolls, etc. So for that to go Ruben as well. That's what I'm trying to say. But look at Fox's comment. Yeah, I get what you mean. I do apologise to Revival. You're right. I do apologise. I did look at it.
I hope that clears up for your Toon Revival. But yeah, I mean, so Alan says, all right, they're young after the match. I don't think so, Alan, because it's going to be late by the time the match finishes, isn't it? Because 8 o'clock kickoff's going to be 10:15. Yeah, I think it'll be too late for a show, but we'll definitely be back tomorrow, that's for sure.
I'll do the refugees in common minds, I think.
Yeah. I mean, so love the idea of the Smokoko, says Youssef Moukoko. He's 18-year-old, isn't he? He plays for Borussia Dortmund. He's a striker, and he's played 14 games, started 8 and scored 6 goals for Dortmund this season and 3 assists. Now, he's out of contract in the summer, but because he's under 23, you've got the Bosman ruling, so they can get money for him as well. But apparently, and this is weird because we've been linked to Chelsea are also looking at him as well.
Surprise!
It's just getting out of hand now with Chelsea, isn't it? Yeah,
definitely.
But
so desperate.
I mean, would you have him, John? I've not seen the guy play, but would you have him, John?
He's got talent. The guy's got talent, and he's quick, and he does score goals. Yeah, he's going to get better and better and better, and I think he's going to be a real star. But Borussia Dortmund, why they allowed this to happen? Not good. But I still think they'll try and tempt him to stay. But if he wants to go past us new, we should be at front of the queue for this guy. He's young, and he'll just get better. Yeah.
Right, guys, we're going to wrap up because it's like 4 minutes to 8 now. Sorry I can't get through the rest of your comments because we'll all want to get off and watch the game. But Leslie says it looks cracking in St James's Park. Alan says bye, Alan. Toon Revival says, yeah, there's a big room in Newcastle. Have offered him 150,000 a week and 30 million sign-on fee to try and win him. You know, he has 100 goals to his name. He's 17. Yeah. And Foxy also says Mokoko will have at least 20 plus elite clubs after him. His contract expiring will be difficult but possible. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you very much. And I Like Coffee says bye, Tony, John, and all. Bye, I Like Coffee. Do you want to give a quick shout on your socials, John?
Yes, I shall do. Thank you so much for having us on, mate, and thanks for the chat as well.
No,
I do apologise to Toon Revival as well. I've got it wrong, so I'll put my hand up on that. And Foxy, thanks as well. If you find us on John Sinclair 50 on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. If you like to find us on social media, as John_NEFC42. And if you want to find us on Insta, as John Sinclair 50, Loa Cases. And I should be back tomorrow to do a match review show. That would be around about 6:45. But I will let you guys know through social media. And Tony and Rolly, well, I hope to try and get you both on tomorrow. And if one of these can't come, I might try and get Farlock on as well. So join us for that.
Oh, lovely, John. Thank you. And yeah, guys, you know what to find me on my channel. It's all Black and White TV. Also, find me on Twitter, TonyTony31. Give me a follow and I'll follow you back. That's not a problem. And if you've enjoyed what you see, please hit that like button tonight because it really does help the channel up the search results and makes it found more easily. It's still 18 there, so on your way out, just smash that like button. That would be great. Thank you. And also, if you're brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so. I've just hit 250 subscribers tonight, so thank you very much for that. And also, bell notification tells you when I'm live, have an upcoming show, or any pre-recorded videos. So thank you very much, guys, for that indeed. And as I say, enjoy the game. Come on, Newcastle. Let's beat Leicester. Let's get the semi-finals of that Carabao Cup. And let's march onwards towards that date with destiny at Wembley Stadium. So come on, the Maggies, up the lads, come on. And we'll see you later.
You too. Let you crack on, Tony. Bye-bye. Take care.
Cheers, bye.